To live a spiritual lifestyle, thus becoming a devotee to spirituality, is consciously living a life governed by your spirit nature as opposed to taking instructions from your body and mind. A religious lifestyle is choosing to live by a set of tenets, commandments, and so on in a belief system wherein you subscribe to a rule book such as a Bible, Quran, et al. The Christian religion, although it has numerous denominations, is only one religion. There are 4,200 religions in the world today. All human beings are created God-breed and are therefore all children of God. The entire 8.3 billion, all are born spiritual. However, the more they identify, um, wear ID badges, the more they adapt, the more they drift away from their spirit core. For you are a spirit being at the core. You're like an onion. You come with 5 layers of body. At the outermost, your physical body. Then you have your mental, inside of which you have your energy body, inside of which you have your transient body, which is the ghost people see when they fail to properly dispose of human remains of deceased relatives. And inside of that, then you have your spirit, which is non-physical. But you are a spirit being at the core who only became life when God breathed life into you. So all human beings are created God-breathed, and therefore all children of God, the entire 8.3 billion, all are born spiritual. However, ID badges, wearing those, drift you from your spirit core when you identify with a family, a nation, a church, and or a political organization, and so on. In identifying, you are discriminating, such as to say, this is my family. You are in effect saying the others are not, which is opposed to the nature of God. For God is one and the universe is one energy. God is impartial. God is a spirit. In the spirit realm, there are no boundaries. God does not discriminate. As well, the universe is one energy. So I am no longer a believer. I am a seeker, seeker of truth, one who is a realist. As a devotee to spirituality, I no longer discriminate. So I don't carry ID badges for any church or political organization. However, I associate with all, and I do so without getting entangled. What energy, what every human being needs is to know that every human being needs is to know and come to terms with the nature of his or her own existence. For example, creature simply means created, and so on. Therefore, human beings are also creatures. All creatures have a bottom line, which is a date of birth and a date of expiration. All creatures, as well as living things, with the exception of human beings, additionally have a top line. A ceiling. A tree can only become a full-fledged tree, and a horse can only become a full-fledged horse. Human beings, on the other hand, have no ceiling, however, should also yearn to become full-fledged human beings. Human beings, like other creatures, come equipped with the reptilian brain, which features are: 1, it is territorial, and 2, it is boundary setting. A dog uses it to pee on every downlight post, singing I, me, my, mine, as it establishes its pee kingdom. In addition to their reptilian brain, however, given the evolution, human beings also come equipped with the cerebral cortex, wherein lies their intellect, and the nature of their intellect is opposed to that of their reptilian brain, which is boundary setting. The intellect despises boundaries, you see. It wants to grow and expand limitlessly. Their intellect causes human beings to yearn for fulfillment, that which is impossible via physical means. For the human heart is only full until it encounters something or someone more appealing. As for the mind, even if you crush all the libraries and pound them into your head, there will always remain something more for you to learn. So because of that, a human being has to keep filling up on a daily, moment by moment basis, which is the equivalent of living a full-fledged life. And as long as your mental acuity remains intact, you should only become full-fledged then whenever you are dead, given you are to become a better and better version of yourself every day. Whoever wants to attain a full-fledged life will realize that All she has is life. She came with nothing and will leave with nothing, because nothing belongs to you. And since nothing belongs to you, there is no point in striving for ambition. In that sense, or you can say, on the other hand, everything belongs to me. And so when the universe opens up to you, you see, you know there are no boundaries in the spirit realm. The problem is, however, that others will not let you just be in this world without preying upon you. So you find yourself in a situation wherein you've got to struggle just to basically survive, to eat, sleep, and perhaps cohabit. However, to live on the level of basic survival is a terrible way for a human being to live. Living to make a living is a terrible way to live. You know, you've got to make a life out of it. You know, like most women, they decide, look, children will come because women are the ones that get pregnant, so they want to settle down and make a life out of it. You've got to reach a point wherein your yearning leads you to consciously, obliterate the boundaries of your physical existence, going from physical to the spirit realm, where there are no boundaries. The spiritual realm is boundless. Therein only and only there you're able to grow and expand limitlessly. You can only go from the physical to spirit realm via an explosion, going from your rigid state where I was born this way, to liquid flexible where you say I'm no longer a day or night person, I am flexible, to vapor, and from there to the realm of nothingness, which is the realm of the spirit. So to put it in layman terms, spirituality means a lifestyle that is governed by your spirit nature, as opposed to governance through your body and mind. And such a lifestyle can only be initiated with an explosion going from the physical to the spirit realm. You are not ready for that transformation until you reach a point in your life wherein you say, I'm unfulfilled even though I've traveled the world over, I have all these things, I'm lacking nothing, I know all there is to know, but I'm still unfulfilled, so I'm prepared to abandon and dispossess. In abandoning and dispossessing, you become governed by your spirit, like a vehicle, on four wheels. Your two back wheels being your body and energy system, your thought and emotion at the front, but you constantly have to bring those front wheels into alignment because they change and change and change and change. They have that tendency. Exploding and going from governance by the physical to the spirit realm is both bitter and sweet in experience. It is bitter because you dispossess. It is sweet because you experience boundlessness, being able to grow and expand limitlessly, irrespective of space and time. That is all we have time for now. Much obliged to you. Have a good one.